Hello and welcome to your weekly horoscope for week commencing the 21st of February. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. What I'm going to do is give you a broad overview of what this week holds, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail each of the 12 zodiac signs and the key dates and influences relevant for each one. Now this week begins with the Sun getting more established in the sign of Pisces. Here already we have the traditional ruler of Pisces, Jupiter, and Neptune. Now Neptune is also the co-regent of this sign too, and is going to be particularly influential this week because it's forging a sextile to both Mars and Venus on Wednesday and Thursday respectively. Now they're very enabling links. Venus and Mars continue their loving in the sign of Capricorn, which can be very good if we're trying to sort of get a greater sense of the substance of key relationships, or in a more practical business sense, because the sign of Capricorn very much about the real world. Maybe it's going to be those old-fashioned ways of doing things that actually can come up trumps. But with Neptune in the mix, a little bit of spirituality or sacrifice can also work wonders. Now, the passage of the Sun through Pisces is preparing us for the start of the new astrological year, which will be on the 20th of March, and we have the vernal equinox. So this period we're in now is a time when we have an opportunity for us all to really reflect on what the last year has meant. But the sign of Pisces can be very giving, it can be very sacrificing, but also it has a counterpoint. Every sign has its upper and lower manifestation, and Pisces can also be quite detached in a cool way. I think that's often missed. It does have that potential, as well as the potential to embrace healing, physical or emotional, the more spiritual dimension, and also to look at any way that we can learn lessons from all the progress the Sun has made through the previous 11 zodiac signs. So there's a lot for us to gain at this particular juncture. Now on Wednesday of this week we have a quarter moon. The moon is actually transiting. It starts the day in Scorpio, but then moves into Sagittarius and then gets into a square with the Sun. One of the things about the 9th, 12th house quarter moon is that it can amplify the sensitivities of a situation. And Sagittarius energy is, very upbeat, but it's obviously governed by Jupiter, just like Pisces is. So it can be a little bit exaggerated. So there may be something that is swirling around us in the second half of this week where it's going to be important to keep a sense of perspective. This is reinforced further still because Mercury, having returned to the sign of Aquarius, is clashing in an abrasive way with Uranus. Our nervous system may take the hit on this, and it may be a bit more difficult to sleep in the second half of this week if we go too much up in our head. So that's where the more healing energies of Pisces is something that we can gain a lot from. So a great time to engage in any kind of therapeutic treatment, or to swim, or to visit a spa, or to have a massage. Any kind of healing and soothing way of embracing life will help us to deal with some of the strains this week, but also to enjoy some of the magic of the sign of Pisces. So please stay with me for your in-depth forecast. But if you are new to my channel, I would be grateful if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. I'm nearly at that 100,000 subs mark. So after all the illnesses that I suffered over many years, it's great to be back on the front foot, and it would be great to have you with me. Also, if you'd like to get your free daily written horoscope fired to your device each morning, you can subscribe by clicking on the link beneath this video. Finally, If you'd like to ascend above Zodiac Astrology, but don't really know too much about what your natal horoscope holds, you can order your natal horoscope and interpretation and get a 12-month forecast, but get 30% off with my special offer. Please see the link below. This will give you so much data of what makes you tick in a very unique way beyond just your zodiac sign. Hello Libra, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for week commencing the 21st of February. There are only so many hours in each week, Libra. So this week's quarter moon on Wednesday just cautions you from trying almost to be too virtuous, because you could, with the Sun, Jupiter and Neptune all in your sector of life organisation and routines and work, see yourself really pitching in and trying to be as productive as possible. Now, your ruler Venus and Mars also forge a link to Neptune at the heart of this week, and that's just saying that whatever you're trying to do in terms of those efficiencies, that it feels right for you. But you could make some refinements and changes at home which really do feel precisely right. But because of the quarter moon on Wednesday, scattering yourself too thinly or trying to be too efficient could see you end this week feeling a little bit ragged, especially as Mercury, the planet of communication, is being challenged by Uranus from the middle of this week, which can affect all of our nervous systems. So the best way to approach this week is to really set yourself some key targets that are achievable, but don't spread yourself too thin. Don't get caught up in trying to make every single element of your world absolutely perfect. So pick off those priorities first, and then at the end of the week, if you feel that you have the space to do one or two extras, then that's fair enough. But don't overload yourself with too many expectations this week.